Hello everyone, welcome. I am Linda Israel and thank you so very much for coming to my live stream here on YouTube. I greatly appreciate your support and for taking the time to come here and hang out. There are a few things that I want to go over before the actual live started, so this is a recording. First of all, I want to make sure that you like this video and subscribe, so give it a thumbs up. I greatly appreciate that. When you subscribe, make sure you hit that notification bell up in the corner. That way you'll get a notification whenever I upload a video. I have a broadcast post or even a live stream. If you're watching this video as a replay and you're on a computer, look for the little gear at the bottom. You can change the speed to speed it up. Or if you're on a mobile device, look for the little three dots and usually you can change the playback speed there. My live streams generally last about 2 hours. They can go as long as 3 hours. It kind of depends on what we're working on that day and how the feedback is in the chat. While you're watching, you earn junk bucks. So if you are here in order to get those junk bucks accumulating, go ahead and type hello in the chat and my little bot, Junkie Joe, will see you and then you'll start accruing junk bucks. And you're wondering, well, what do I do with those junk bucks? Well, you can accumulate those, and once you have 2,000 of them, you can type !award and you can redeem them for a $10 off coupon to my shop. You can earn junk bucks while you're here and when you are chatting, as well as when you play the in-chat game. So look for those as they come up, and if you make a donation. For those of you that make a donation during my live stream, make sure that you go over to my website at lindaisrael.com, and if you haven't already done so, create a user account. When you make a donation during my live stream, basically you're buying a membership to my website and to the live stream. In my opinion, what we're doing is you're accumulating that money in my account. Thank you for that donation. And as a reward, you will get 5% off your orders at lindaisrael.com. And during the live stream, if I have a journal that I'm giving away at the very end, you are eligible to win that journal. Anybody that makes a donation gets into that drawing by manually typing in the raffle at the end, but then you also get the discount membership on my website. Thank you to Robin, who is my administrator during the live stream. She helps me out with answering questions as well as giving information. She is also my administrator over at the Friendly Junk Journal People Facebook group. If you haven't joined that group, please do. We'd love to have you over there. You're welcome to share what you're working on. Speaking of sharing, during the live today, you can speak up in the chat and say, hey, I have a YouTube channel. You will not be able to share your link to your channel, but you can at least say, hey, my name is, and this is what I do. And then your friends that come into the chat can follow each other. Let's keep the chat upbeat, friendly, and helpful. If you will be kind to those that are here. If you have a question, put it in all caps and I'll do my best to answer those. The chat sometimes goes pretty fast, so I don't always see it, so do ask again. And at the same time, if you're in the chat and you know the answer to somebody's question, please speak up and give them the answer. Check the description box for links to products that I share today. Yes, I am an Amazon affiliate, which means I do get a commission on items that you purchase through my link. If you're going to buy something anyway, I greatly appreciate it. It does not cost you any extra. It just gives me a little bit of a commission, which helps me buy products to show you here. If you win one of the raffles, you can start right now by typing !raffle. Do make sure that you go over to my website, and if you haven't already created a user account, that way I will have your contact information so I can send you your prize. I am starting a raffle right now that is for 200 junk bucks, so you can get well on your way to accumulating your junk bucks. Let's have some fun today and let's get started. Thanks everybody for being here. Hello everybody, how are you? I hope you're well. Robin had to work again. She had training all last week and then she had to work today. So we're so thankful that Miss Jennifer is able to help out today. I just saw a button in there. I have been organizing a little bit. I just saw this little box that I had that said charms, and I had emptied it yet, but it's empty now. If I need to post this on YouTube because I didn't do that. So glad to have you. I'm doing good. These are all 3D printed boxes that my brother made for me. I paid for them. I didn't get them for free. I told him that I wanted to be able to put boxes in these 12 inches, and I think they're almost 13 inches in depth. Let's get a ruler here. Let's see what it says. Let's turn it this way because it won't go all the way. So this is almost 13 inches by a little over 12, maybe 12 1/4 inches. And these are 2-inch square and 2 1/4 inch tall. And so he made these for me. I have a couple of drawers that I've been organizing, and it makes it so much better to see this. Yeah, maybe it's Labor Day. She should be working. So it makes it a little bit easier to pick out some of the supplies that I like to use for my journal. So I'm glad to have those fixed up and ready to go. What else? How is everybody? I said that already, but I'm doing well. I've been working, giving Robin a ride to her training, which was here locally in Yukon, Oklahoma. So that was good that she was able to stay local. What else would I do? I forgot to tell you about a week or so ago, my battery died in my car, and I got in my car and I tried to start it, and then everything started flashing on my dash because my car is new enough. It's a 2011 that it has all the electronic screen on my dash, and it was flashing, and I got really worried that I was having a computer issue, but I thought, no, it's probably just the battery because I have had the car for a long time and we haven't replaced the battery in a while. We've only done it once in the 10 plus years that we've owned the vehicle. So I called my husband, and Henry's like, oh, great. You know, it was a busy day, not a lot of time. And thankfully he was able to come and take the battery out. I went and bought a new battery. And that evening when we got done with work and dinner with his mother and father, he was able to put the new one in and the car started right up. So we're like, yay! But I didn't need that drama. What else? Oh, someone had said that Fiskars had a warranty on their scissors. So I went on their website, and they had a place where you could submit a photograph of your scissors. And so I sent that. Although it did say it would take 6 weeks. Can you believe this? 6 weeks for them to respond to my request for replacing or repairing my scissors. But I got it submitted. So that's half the battle, right? Usually we don't get around to it. We forget about it. But I submitted it, and I'm saving the scissors. They're in the drawer. I haven't sat down yet to try and glue it together with nail gel glue. So that may be something I'll do in the future. I don't know. What else? I've been playing with Lego. Henry took me to a local resale shop, and they have these huge bins. They have 6 huge bins of loose Lego that you can dig through. And I dug through and picked out some stuff to make a tree house. I know I need to get some more greenery for it, but that's part of the fun of playing with Lego is you make a list of what you think you want, and then next time you go shopping, you look for those items. That's just, part of the hunt. I did get a video made for Finish the Page Swap. Yeah, exactly. I have more than one pair, Margie. Although that is my favorite fabric scissors, and I didn't find my other pair that I like that was at the shop. You know what? I think I brought them home. Now that I'm on the live with y'all, I remember. Aha! No, that's not them, but this will work. These aren't the ones that I like the best, but they will work in a pinch, I'm pretty sure. Let me find a little bitty scrap. See if it'll cut it. Oh yeah, that'll cut. Okay. So those are handy. I'll have those handy there. I know where those are now. Anyhow, I did do the me too, right? So many pieces. Exactly, Julie's lots. Yeah, I will. I'll let you know. I'll let you know what happens. So I did do a video on finish the page swap that, oh, I got hair in my mouth. We had kind of talked about a couple of weeks ago. The idea is you would put together elements to go on a page, including the base page, like we've been doing in my videos here, and put those in an envelope and ship them to another person. That person would then put the page or finish that page. Yeah, I love them. Aha! I'm proud of you. Yeah, that's what we need, more than one of anything. Exactly. So that has been recorded and I have edited the video. So now I've got to write the blog post and talk with Robin. The gist of it is, and it's funny because when I was recording it, I could not remember how many days were in September because I was just like having a blonde moment. There are 30 days in September. So September the 30th will be the deadline to sign up. And I'm going to share it with y'all now. Email me at lindaisrael.com if you do not use Facebook, and say, my name is such and such, my user ID on YouTube is, my mailing address is, and I am willing to mail international or US only. And then what we'll do on October the 1st-ish, we will pair up people based off of, do they want to ship to international or only US? And once you have that address, you will package your items and mail them, and your deadline will be October the 15th to send those. And then once you get them, as soon as you get them, send a message to me that you got your package. That way we know and we keep up with it. And if you are a flake and you do not send your package, I will call you out publicly. I will name your name and say they didn't send it and I haven't heard from you, so you better send it. I have your mailing address. So if you have no intention of following through, don't sign up. I would just recommend that once you go through my video today and the last 2 weeks, that you sit down and possibly do like I have done, is I just grab items that I think want to go together and kind of pepper clip them or stack them, whatever works best with you, and put them aside in a basket or a box, whatever works, and then sit down and take the time to figure out, okay, what other items needs to go with this. For example, this page needs journal cards, and it looks like journal card here, and maybe some more embellishments on that side. So put all those things together and get it ready to put in an envelope. So that's coming up. All right. What else? Let's make some more pages. Here are some of the pages that I've made already. I've got quite a few here. I've been making these now for a couple of weeks. Oh, this is the one I did on the video. That is a tutorial that shows you how to put this page together. You had that flake problem in your ATC group years ago. It's terrible, isn't it? You know, if you're going to say you do want to participate in something, follow through. Don't flake out on us. So these are some of the pages. Some of these are scrapbook papers. Some of them are like, this is a gel print. Book pages. This was a page that I painted and then scanned into my computer. Here is those mop-up type pages, or pages that I use stencils upon. This is what we did last week, and I like how those turned out. So we have bunches and bunches and bunches that we've done. All right, let me set this aside. Get it out of the way. All right, so let's start with this one. I featured this in my tutorial video, but I did not complete it in the tutorial video, so I thought if I complete it now, then I could put a teaser that says in the description box to come to this video to see how this came together. Something I noticed after I glued this down, and you may not notice it, but I do. The piece of paper in the background is a book page, and what I did was I coated it with a layer of white acrylic paint. Then I took rubber stamps and stamped all over it, and then I watercolored it. Then I took that page and I put it in my scanner and scanned it, because these are my stamps. I own the copyright to them, and I do allow you to scan in your stamped items. When I pasted this to the other side, the book page is upside down. You may not notice it, but I did. All right, so I have pasted, this is a digital to a gel print that I had stamped across the top. I also had a piece of scrapbook paper that I put down here as a pocket on the bottom. So let's fold this. A lot of times whenever I glue two sheets of paper together, I let it air dry completely before I fold it. For some reason, to me, it feels like it might kind of buckle and bend and wrinkle if I try to fold it too soon. And in fact, this one did it anyway. But I think I can fix it. There we go. I think I got it. Yeah, okay. It's in there now. All right, so I'm going to fold this pretty good. So my idea was I would put a pocket on here. I have a gel print that I made a while back, and I just took pieces of it and made pockets by adding a book page to the back side and adding little strips where necessary to make it bigger. And my thought was it would look cute on this side right here as a side pocket. So let's glue that down. Yeah, some people have it upside down. I know, it's not quirky. That's all. It's just quirky. It's no big deal. Sometimes I notice it on things that I look at for other people, and sometimes I don't, because it has rubber stamped words kind of placed all around. It shouldn't be that noticeable. It's just I have a tendency to be super critical about my items being upside down. And see, what I'll do sometimes is I'll make sure that it's sideways, Julie. I like to do things sideways a lot of times so that we know it's on purpose. Not, oopsie, I had that upside down. All right, so I'm just putting that somewhat in the center, so we still get a little bit of that print on the outside edge. I do have a journal card that we can put in the pocket. And I have, this is from the Unicorn Dreams kit. And I thought that would be kind of pretty to put on here. I'm just going to glue it down, not as a tuck spot. Like so. I think we should get some words. Get some words out. How about Destiny is Calling? It's right there on top. Now, do we want to put it here? I think we'll put it up at the top. Destiny is Calling. Yeah, being fussy with yourself. I know sometimes we are. We're very critical of our own thing. And other people's besides, but yours is a major disaster. Yeah, I understand that. And I try to not let it affect me so much. For example, this page, I know people who would have just thrown it away because it's upside down, and that was it. We're done. I can't go anywhere else. It's done. And I'm like, no, it's no big deal. You know, we've got the rubber stamping around the edges and all in different directions, so it's fine. You're going to put other stuff on top of it anyway, so let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Do you let it go? Yeah, we are our own worst critics. That is for sure, Jennifer. That is for sure. All right, I'm going to stick this in here, and hopefully I got the pocket over far enough. I did! Yay! I wanted a little gap here. Okay, I think that looks pretty cute, so I'm going to flip this over to this side. I have another one of these tear-off pages that my mother-in-law gave me, and I thought it'd be kind of cute just to put it right in the middle and then glue this over where it says St. Jude, so it just has that a layered eclectic look to it. Yep, you have a nice big trash can in your craft room, and yep, you've thrown it away, Margie says. I don't tend to throw things away. I will set it aside. And many times, because I set it aside, I'll come back to it later and I'm like, oh, I know what I can do to fix that or use it in a different way, and it works out. Hey, Leah, how are you? All right, so I'm going to squish that down. You could kind of see a little bit of the stamping underneath. I think that's just kind of neat. This is one of Norella's little butterflies. She has a couple of sets. You can get these as a digital download. And then I know she has several of her books or Amazon books that you can fussy cut. But this is just a little butterfly image. And I think I'm going to put it to where it just barely covers the text on here. Add more layers. Exactly, Julie. Just because it's not perfect the first time, set it aside, come back to it, and add more layers. There we go. Kind of smooth it out. Okay. Do we want to put a text on there as well? How about love yourself? You know, since we're talking about going ahead and letting it happen the way that it is, let's love ourselves. Now, do we want to put it here? I think something like that would work. Let's do that. Make sure that got glued down. Margie says, I not only toss it, I stomp out of the room threatening to set it all on fire. You have a little bit of a bad temper. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Oh, funny. Yeah, you get over it before you light the match. We get a lady sets fire to craft supplies. News at 6. Oh, dear. And I got that crooked, but I'm not going to worry about it. It's all right. It's all right. It's what it is. All right, so here I've got a gel print that the gel print itself really didn't turn out the way that I envisioned it to turn out, but it makes a perfect background. It was a book page that I had gel printed upon, and then I stamped a little bit, added the scrapbook scrap at the bottom. This is my library card stamp that is stamped on top of one of my watercolor background pages. I have a tutorial that shows how I made these background pages. And I scanned those papers into my computer so I could reprint them, and that way I'd have a nice selection of them. And I just added some distressing, so that will go there. And my thought was, I have these really big images that Norella includes in her kits, and I just thought it would be kind of pretty just to put it right on the page. And I don't think it needs to be a tuck spot, so I'm just going to go ahead and glue that down. And then here's another one. That is from, I believe that's from the All About Robins kit. And so I'm going to put that one over here. I'm just making sure I've got it over far enough. And I'll put glue. You know, this one, I will kind of make it where you could tuck something behind it if you want. All right, let's put it like this. Make sure I didn't go up too far. Nope. Okay. Didn't go over too far that way. So if you want, you could put something right here, and then we've got the pocket behind it. All right, let's grab my box of pre-made items and see if we have something we could put in the pocket. All right, so here's Here's my box of goodies. So what was the colors on this one? Let's post it to the side here. I've got a little purple tag of papers. Maybe we'll put that in here. And let's see. You know, I have some of these little cards that I haven't embellished. I just cut it up. I think that might look kind of cute stuck behind there. So I'm going to put that right here for just a moment. I don't want to stick it all the way in there. And I have just a piece of cardstock that I cut that has this rose pattern on it. I think that could go right here to kind of give us some nice layers. And maybe one other something or another. Let's see what we've got here. We kind of already have a tag there. I have these journal cards. This is some of Norella's Polaroid butterflies. I think that's what they're called. And I ended up gluing them to a piece of cardstock. Okay, let's see. You tried. Na 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 na. It's not giving you any points today, Leah. Is it being cranky, Joe? Okay, I think that'll work. All right, let's put this back up here. It's so handy having that. Okay, so we've got a nice fluffy page here. I know that if Robin was here, she would say, add some bling. So I'm getting my little package of bling here, and I'll cut. These are on strips, so I'm just cutting the glue that's in between so I can grab one. And let's put one like right there. And where do we want to put one over here? Let's see. Come here. Come here now. Cooperate. Don't be difficult. Maybe, oh, you know, it has the little letters of where this, like a code. So I'm going to put it right over that. Ha ha! You can't even see it anymore. Mean Joe. He's unpredictable, you know. It's like me. He gets his moods. Okay, let's see here. Let's put some Cranky Joe. All right, now come on. Maybe right about there. Just for, I know you all probably can't really see it, but there's just a little bit of bling. I'm using it up. This is all I have left of that sheet. It's just been using it a little at a time. I'm going to put it on that white spot, so it looks like that's a little dew. Nice! You like the print that I made? Yeah, I thought that turned out really good as an option to put in there. Okay, stick that in the pile. Grab the next one. All right, so this one, I took some gel prints. I'm going to remove the paper clips here. And I cut them. I think I did, I think this was an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. So I ended up having 2 that are going in one direction and 2 that go the other direction. So this has been separated and turned so that they were on opposite sides. Looks like I need to add some distress inks to these. Then I have a, I don't know if this is a digital that I printed a while back or if this is scrapbook paper, but it was already cut to size. The other side is a mop-up paper, and I just like the color, so I am going to glue these together back to back. Yeah, I understand. You know, bling isn't a natural thing that I use, Margie. So I've been trying to leave a little strip of bling on my desk so that I will notice it. I have a whole drawer that has other types of blings in it, different sizes and whatnot. And I figured, you know, if I put out one piece, actually I've got two right now. I've got these two little pieces on my desk, and I figured if I put them out there, then I might notice them and use them more often. So I figure once they are gone, that stack of them, then I can just open my drawer and get something different. Or maybe that will remind me to go look in the drawer if I feel whatever I'm working on needs a different type of bling. So you don't have to have the whole thing, but just a little piece to remind you, you have those. I'm like, oh yeah, I have those. Why aren't I using them? I just squished the glue out, so I was just wiping it up off my desk. Looks like the mop-up paper is a little bit smaller than the other side, the printed paper. Okay, let me get my distress ink, and we'll go around the edges of these. I remember to get my water. I have my water, and I have my latte. Got my latte. Yeah, it's teeny, 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 tiny bling. I'm just going to go around the edges just so that if the white shows through. It looks like I missed part of this up here. I'm just putting a little extra glue there. And this also gives that page a little bit of time for the glue to dry before I try to fold it in half. Okay, I'll do this side too. I think it just adds a little bit to it whenever you add the distress inks to it. So what is everybody working on? Have you taken the time this past 3 weeks to build some journal pages or make some journal cards to use up your stash? Quit hoarding and use what you have. I'm going to do these while I'm at it. I think I'm going to make, I started it, a journal cover out of a paper grocery sack that I took apart and glued 2 pieces of paper together to make the right size cover I wanted for what I call a soft cover, not a hard journal cover. And I figured I could collage on it like I do for the journal pages that I've made. No work at all. Quit being lazy now, Margie, and get in there and make something. Quit watching television or reading a book or whatever you're doing. Did a bit of gel printing, but no construction or finishing. You're trying to use, not hoard. Well, that's me too. I have so much stuff that I'm like, I don't want to buy anything new because it's just going to get lost among all of the things I have already that haven't been used yet. I thought that would look good on this page. Okay. That'll give it time to... But no luck. So what is it that is preventing you from creating? What's going on? I have been there where I've had days that I just did not feel like doing anything. And that's okay. Maybe you needed a break. But finally I was like, I have got to do something. So I started small. I started organizing some of my craft supplies a little differently so that I could find things. We did go through stages. Yeah, you're trying to organize the hoard. You don't own a TV at all? Okay, gotcha. So what are you doing? You staring out the window? Okay, we got that. And then my thought was, I have these images. This is a rubber stamped image I made a long time ago. And these colors aren't very vivid. So let's grab a marker. Let's grab a blue, maybe peacock blue. I'm going to try something. Okay. All right, let's try that. Let's see how this looks if I were to come in here. And that's probably why I didn't use this, is because I used colored pencils on it or something. And I didn't like the way it turned out, so I just set it aside. So I'm just going to go in here and alter it. How's that? Using these markers. And these were markers that were given to me, and I keep forgetting to use them. All right, so should I alter? I think that's a flower there. Let's do that one. I think there might have been a leaf there too, but I think that looks a little better. Oh, there's a bird. Do you even see the bird? Maybe I should I get a red or a brown? I've got ruby. Maybe ruby. Let's see what it looks like on the back side. Maybe that red would look good on there. Let's do that. Yeah, it's depression is hard. You know, you don't know how to get out of it. And I think part of it is telling someone, talking to someone about it, if at all possible. You know, you've told us, do we need to start messaging you, Margie, and saying, hey, what are you doing? Let's go do something, even if it's virtually. Yeah, you finally got over better over time after you lost your mom, Jennifer. I know it's hard. I kind of like that. I just added a little bit of red to that, and I don't see my alcohol blending pen, so I'm going to try this one. This is the blending pen for the chameleon. Let's see what happens. I think that added just a little bit of color. I better clean this off. What do you think? Just added a little bit of that red on there. Grief counseling. Renew soon. Yeah, you know, you've got to find what works for you. And if that's going to counseling or just talking to somebody over the phone or in, you know, a neighbor or something like that, do it. All right, I think I'm going to glue this down. This is a gel print, so I'm going to use my beacon glue. Yeah, start crying. And Margie, maybe you also need to go see your doctor and talk to them about it. It could be, and I know there's such a stigma around depression, but it could be that you need medication. Maybe you've got a chemical imbalance, and it would just be better if you get medication if you don't already have some, or if you are on medication, maybe there's something wrong with the dosage. Maybe it's time for you to get a different kind or different dosage. So, you know, I'll be praying for you, because again, there's such a stigma around it that people think, well, you're depressed. What's wrong with you? I understand you don't do doctors, Margie. I understand that. But in this case, it might be worth going because it could make a huge difference in how you feel and what you're able to do. And I get it. You know, some other things you could do is look online about holistic things you can do, whether it be a food or a herb or changing. For example, I know that my mood changes when I use my diffusers with essential oils. I like putting a fresh scent in the air. It kind of revives me. It didn't help. Well, but Margie, you got to realize they've made a lot of changes recently. Yeah, and you may need to see a counselor or drink more. I mean, no, sorry, I didn't mean to say that. or get you some Mary Jane. All right. I'm kind of liking how this is coming together. I think we need some journal cards. I am going to go ahead. I've got this unicorn that I thought would be kind of pretty to put here. So it's got the doily peeking out behind it. Come on. Quit doing that. So I'm going to glue this as a tuck spot here at the bottom. Find a solution for you. Sunshine, water, diet. And that's just it. Again, there's such a stigma around taking a medication, going to a doctor to combat what we're feeling, that I think it's made people feel like they're not allowed. Vitamin B for stress. You know, drink more orange juice and get you some apples and get you some more fruit, fresh fruit. You would get arrested the first time. Or you need to be in a state that allows the medical side of those medications. Okay, I like that. All right, so we need some more things to put in here. I think a 5x7 journal card would be good. I'm looking to the side here. I don't know if any of these would be. Well, this is a piece of cardstock that's got something on it. I could make a journal card out of that. I think that's too big to be a journal card. Maybe they'll save that for putting on a cover or something. That greenish color is kind of a neat color. And it's got top hats all over it. You're just lazy. And you know what? You might be. And that is okay as well. You just have to figure out what it is that you need to get the job done. I'm going through here. I've got some scrapbook papers here. I'm trying to use some of this up. Ooh, look at that pink. Wouldn't that be a great contrast on this page? If I were to cut a piece of that and put it on this journal card and put it in the pocket, or is that too much of a contrast? Hi, Lorraine. Good afternoon. I have this green. Wonder if the green would be better. Ooh, here's a blue. All right, we'll go to the blue. I like the blue. That's what we're going to do. The blue. We're going to do the blue. When she's beyond menopause. I know that. Age-wise. Okay. I think that's a good... I don't know what to do. If I should stamp... You like the contrast? You like the contrast, but I'm going to do the blue. Dragonflies! Alright, so I think I'm going to make some 5x7 journal cards. So I think what I'll do is cut this at 7 inches. I probably should have looked at it. I did cut it that way, so that'll be okay. We'll get rid of that piece. And then we'll cut this into 5 inches. Just turned 70. You went through that when you were 26? Yeah, see, I was in my 30s when I had a hysterectomy, radical hysterectomy. And for a while, I was on hormone replacement. And then my mom got cancer, and that's when I decided to get off of the hormone replacement. Okay, I think I want to make this be just slightly smaller. So if I go to 6 3/4 of an inch, yeah, because that should give it just a little bit of a border. Yeah, that menopause thing is terrible, isn't it? You like everything? Thank you, Leah. And let's do 4 3/4, and we'll test it. I think that looks good as an option. 4 3/4. And stick that in my pile. Get a drink. Let's add some distress inks to it. Yeah, old age. You know, my mother-in-law, she called me, though. She called me and said, will you go with me because I have no motivation to get up and go? And her husband, the little stinker, left the country, but before he left, he put into motion moving his sister into an apartment because their childhood home is basically falling apart. Like, for example, the roof is severely damaged and needed to be replaced, but once they got a quote on how much to replace it, it wasn't worth getting it replaced. So they've already sold her home to somebody else that we thought were going to tear it down, but come to find out they are going to replace the roof because there's a friend of the family is doing it. So we've been going over there taking care of the aunt, or aunt, however you say that. I'm from Oklahoma. I say aunt. Anyhow, the aunt. And she's like, I need to go, but I'm not motivated. Will you go with me? I'm like, sure, I'll come get you. And so that's what I did. Yeah, maybe. That may be the case for you, Margie. You need coffee? Get your coffee there, Julie. Wake up. Okay, I think... Do I want to glue this to where it flips up? So you could write on the back side of this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to add some distress inks. I could sew it. I'm going to do both of these. I think we need to find maybe a couple of fussy cut flowers. And if I don't have enough, maybe I'll make some. Oh, well, I'm so glad you did, Jennifer, that you found me. I have a pink. All right, so Leah, you wanted pink earlier, so I have these two flowers that I could put on here. And I have some dragonflies that we can add, so I'll get a couple of those out. All right. Lee finally got some money, some junkie bucks. Junkie bucks. All right, so let's fussy cut this one out. I need to stamp and watercolor some more images because I like using them. Okay. You know, I find that sometimes I like listening to music that is upbeat and fun. That always changes my mood. And then there's some music that annoys me, and so I'm like, turn it off. I do not want to hear that. Henry really loves heavy metal, and it annoys the crap out of me because it's like, ah! Oh, good. I'm glad that you got the live streams to get out there and communicate with others. Get you a webcam and you make you start video chatting with people. Henry's 88-year-old aunt just got her first smartphone. So we've been trying to teach her how to answer the phone. It's not that we got it so that she needed it for the other features, but we got it because she's not going to have wireless internet in her apartment because she can't afford it. And we're trying to get her what we could. And so she's got a tablet, and we got the cell phone so that she could use the hotspot, but we can't hardly get her past the how to use the cell phone portion. You get that? I can't handle the heavy metal music either. Yeah, it's just so, that screaming constant noise. Now there's some songs that I enjoy once. But I don't like the continuous. Pardon me. All right, so do we put this, because we've got pockets, right? Do we put these to where the elements are visible before we glue it all down? And I also need to check to make sure that I made these the right size. Come on, why aren't you going in there? What are you hanging up on? There we go. So if we put maybe like that, and a little dragonfly over the top of it. What do you think? Something like that? It does something bad to your spirit? Well, and there is Christian heavy metal music. Henry used to play in a Christian heavy metal band. But I just got tired of all the screaming. All right, I think what I'm going to do is put just a bead of glue across the top and attach this to the base page so that you can, in theory, write on the back of this if you want. And you have this portion, so you'll have hidden journaling. And then we have the back, which is pink, which kind of makes it fun with these pieces. Now, before I glue this, do I want to stamp on here? I don't think I want to stamp on this side, but I think I may stamp on that side. All right, so I'm going to glue this down and stamp a little bit. Now, do we stamp? I've got a little butterfly here, maybe, or a dragonfly. All right, let that glue. Let's do that again. I think I'll get a dragonfly out and stamp the other side. Got the blue going. What happened to Get? Did you leave? I know it was really late for you in the middle of your night. Okay. All right, let me grab my stamps. Is it in this one or this one? It's always on the bottom, right? There it is. The last one. All right, I'm going to flip this over. I've got a bigger dragonfly that I think I want to stamp in the corners. Let's see if this will fit on here. I may need a bigger, I need a bigger block. Oh, here it is. Here's a bigger block. I guess I didn't put the stress inks on that one. It's so stark compared to the other one. I like you. Yeah. Don't have to put up with other people. Oh, dear. All right. So I want to make sure that I kept this right side up. I feel like I need a little bit more right there. Okay. Okay. There we go. And let's put this away and get the archival ink jet black. All right, I think I'm going to stamp one in this corner. And then I'm going to stamp it in the opposite on the other page. There. Close it up and put it away. I'm going to clean off my stamp. Oh, I found something at the Dollar Tree. I was telling Jennifer about it before the live stream. It's an activity paint tray that was $1.25, and it's really thin, and it has little clippies so that you can put stuff inside of it if you want. I don't know if it'll fit. Will it? It fits an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. Look at that. So if you are a coffee dye one page at a time, this would be a great little tray because you could fill it with your paintbrush and not worry about your whole desk getting dirty. And then there's paint wells here, and then you can put paint brushes, small ones, in there. It's even got a little notch. So if you have a Dollar Tree near you, kind of handy to have. It was in the school supplies stuff. All right, so I got those. So I'm going to flip this back over. And I think I want to put this on the opposite corner. So one here, and put the dragonfly kind of overlapping it. And do like this, going this way. And then something like that. Isn't that kind of cool? It's kind of a neat little thing. I hardly buy anything. I went to the Dollar Tree for other things and happened to walk by the school supplies, and I went, you know, that looks like that would be really handy. So I got it. Okay. You can only fit a postage stamp on your work. See, but this you could have on top. Yeah, just a tad far away for Julie. Maybe Julie needs to connect with somebody who could send you a care package, that gift items, so she didn't have to pay the VAT tax on it. I'll put it, I think, right about there. Okay, I'll put this one down. So there's your contrast, Leah, with the pink. Okay. Just put it on top. Okay. And then we'll put that one going this way. Maybe the first thing you need to do, Margie, is clear a space. Just saying. I don't have very many open flat surfaces, and I'm still trying every so often to figure out ways to put things away but yet be accessible and or visible and have workspace to work on. Okay, I feel like I need to clean my hands. Sometimes that happens. All right. You don't want to be a bother and you just wait till it appears here somewhere. Sometimes it takes years. Gotcha. You just got to wait and see if it shows up. It's going to be something you can get. All right, so I am going to fold this in half now. There you go. I guess that part of the little birdie tail is sticking out. I probably should put something on the other side to protect it. All right, so we've got this on this side, and then we have the dragonfly on the other side. So you could put it in this way, or you can put it in this way. So you have options. And I think I'm going to flip this over now. And we need to add some stuff here. I think I want to add a little paper flower maybe to the back of that. So let's see what we have here. I see some teal and a green. So let me grab those. Did I show y'all this? This is something different I did recently. So I have, some of them are dusty. I have the Prima flower bottles that had flowers in them, and I had them put away. And I used the HP Instant boxes. I covered the front of them, and it holds, oops, now that I throw them all over the table, it holds 6 of them in here, and it makes it so much easier to get them down to work with. All right, here was my thought. I've got this little flower that could kind of stick out on the edge of the page, but see it doesn't distract on the other side. And then maybe like a smaller one in the middle. And I saw we have some little white. Look, I've used 3 paper flowers, only 1 million more to go. HP box, a Hewlett Packard Instant Ink box. So this was the flap. It was an instant ink box. So this was a flap that came on the box. I cut it off, and then you could open it up. And that's what it was. Box. These were the Prima bottles. You like that? Just a simple little flowers. Now, should we maybe put more? Maybe that's what I'll do is I'll put some down the whole edge. Why not? Let's see what happens if I kind of maybe add 3. I'm just kind of rotating them a little different. How's that? I have some different colors. Oh, here. How about this? A different color for those. And then the white flowers in the middle. They're not super bulky, exactly. All right, so then let's put some of the smaller flowers in the middle. And we could get out some rhinestones, right? Because they're not super bulky. They're really flat when you put them on there. All right, let's put this away. See, if you have the ability to put them back where they belong, I better carry these individually so I don't drop them. And it looks so pretty over here on the side now because I've got these all nice and organized and whatnot. There we go. I'm waiting to get, I need 3 more boxes for the next shelf. So I'm like, I have to use more ink. All right, let's glue these down. So I am going to glue the flowers together and then place them. Oh. Okay. Did I not put enough glue on there? Let's do this. Okay. That worked out pretty good. Especially since I forget to use these. I'm going to slide this over. Put that on there. And do this one. Your stuff doesn't look pretty. Your stuff doesn't look pretty when you organize it. Oh, wait, I don't organize it. Well, it doesn't matter however it works for you. But if it's not working for you, maybe you need to figure out what will work for you. That's all I'm saying. I had paper flowers in different areas in my room. I had scrapbook papers in different areas in my room. And so I've been trying to consolidate. It's so much easier. So much easier. All right, let that sit for a moment. We need a journal card for in here. How about a little purple tag to put there? Oh, and I have a unicorn stamp somewhere. Where is that? Let's see if I can find it. I don't think I've indexed the sheet that has my unicorn stamps on it yet. Because it wasn't a full sheet of rubber stamps. So I hadn't decided what else I want to put with it. Aha! So these are kind of random stamps that I have. So I believe in magic is something we could use. And I think I'm going to stamp it directly on the paper. Once it sits there for a week, that's its permanent place. Gotcha. All right, let's see if this works okay up here. I think I'm kind of crooked, so. I believe in magic. How's that? And then we'll put this one back over here. I've got the little eyebrow, eyebrow in the top of the horn of a unicorn. I haven't even used this one yet. Now, should I put it? I think we should put it at the top center. All right, so let's do this. So I get it where I want it. That looks cute. Now, should I go back and find a little flower to put in the middle? A paper flower? Y'all tell me while I get my stuff put away. And let's glue these on. So I want this one in the middle, like that, to kind of cover the birdie. Okay. Should I put a little flower, or just, I can put bling on these. I haven't got the bling out yet. Yes, put a paper flower. Okay. Well, I'll get the flowers back out again. All right, let's see what we got. We've got, I'm trying to decide. Oh, here's some more blues. Oh, these are different. How about this? Now, should I put different ones on the sides? Let's see if I've got two different ones. If I were to put those there and then put this in the middle, I think that's kind of cute. Purple! And unicorns like butterflies. Okay, I see a butterfly stamp. Or I may have some fussy cut. I have some fussy cuts. Okay. Sorry, you got overruled. All right, it needs some purple. Okay, we'll find something purple to put on here. Maybe that'll be the butterfly. If I don't have one, I see one right there, I think. Okay. I had a few little paper flowers, and I got these containers at the Dollar Tree, and I've got them in a little box. I haven't decorated the box yet, but I put the box on my shelf to where it stands up like this. So I have, when I look into it, I can see the different colors of paper flowers that I had, and it takes up a lot less room than the big bottles did because I have such a small amount of these. Okay, something purple. And I think I saw a purple. Oh, he's not really truly purple. He's a little bit purple. Let's see if this one might be better. That's a little bit darker purple. Now, do we want to do something like put it over here? I could put some purple in between. How's that? Oh, and here's a couple of lighter. I don't know that I have a tiny. I might. Let's see. Does that work, Jennifer? You like it? Okay. And I used more flowers. In fact, I think we need to put some over here. Maybe one more. I need a different color. Here we go. I got a bigger one. Oh, wait. Here's a small one. Like that. Okay. Using up. See, look at this. I have a whole jar of these. And here I used like 4, 5. I'm getting up and down during my live today. All right, let's glue this one down. And then we'll get some bling and put some bling in the center of the flowers. How's that? Margie, you have enough junk bucks. Okay. Did I glue those down? I guess that one didn't get enough glue on it. It came right up. There we go. Stick! Stick, stick, stick. You're invisible. You are not invisible. Maybe to Junkie Joe. Oh, dear. Julie says to color the bling purple with alcohol markers. Okay, I might be able to do that. I may even have some purple bling. We'll see what I have in here. I know I have some teal bling. Ooh, I need to put that with my nail supplies. That's gold leaf. I made these have gold leaf on them, and I want to make some more, but a little bit different. Okay, gotta glue these down. Glue them down. Okay, smush it into place. Okay, let's see what's in here, if anything. I see some black. I think most of what I have is crystal. I've got some crosses. Oh, wait, here's some. Well, there's not really a purple. There's kind of an iridescent little diamond. Maybe we'll use that. And I've got these that are square. Maybe those. Okay, let's put this back. And I may use a teal one on this side. Thank you. It was using a pale pink and black, and then I did the gold leafing on it. Just kind of random, let it fall wherever it fell type of thing. Okay, so, oh, I have a cross. The cross would be kind of pretty. I haven't used these. They've been in my stash forever. Oh, that one's loose. Oh, I see. It just has a small glue dot on the back. Wouldn't that be pretty right there? I'm going to get some gem tack. Use gel plate on their, use the gold leaf on their gel plate. Yeah. I haven't done that yet. I'm using a product called Gem Tack. And this is something that I purchased whenever I was making the rubber ducks to take on a cruise. Come on, quit doing that. I'm going to put that right here. It'll take it a moment to glue, but there is that sticky on the other side. And I kind of like that. All right, so then Julie thinks we should I put purple in the, just the teal colored flowers maybe? I have these little bitty rhinestones. Let me get a purple marker. So I have antique plum. Oh, here, this color might be the right color. Let's see. Let's see if this is the right color. That's really dark, but let's see what happens if I... So I used it. Let me zoom. Zoom, zoom, zoom. All right, let's do zoom. Gold leaf on the gel plate. Yep. It takes a few pulls to get it off, but it looks so pretty. Okay. I don't even know if you can see it. Let's do this again. That's kind of pretty. All right. So let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Okay. I may need my other glasses though, so I can see. Where are they? Here they are. Because those are tiny. Okay. All right. Let's go like this. How many I see? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I may have gotten an extra one, but that's okay. All right. I'm going to let that dry for a moment. And then let's go over and put these over here. We're using it up. All right. Pick one of those. You probably can't even see when I said over here, so I'll get that. Oh, yeah, that looks good. Just kind of pressing that in really good. Love it! All right, that went in this package. I find that some of these types of gems, if I don't put it back in the little package, they all come off of the carrier sheet. All right, so we don't need these because we didn't use them. So I'm going to set those over there. We don't need this one. We've got this now. All right, still got my glasses so I can see. Does that look really good? All right. I believe I have to cut them apart because they're in a strip. Oh, I lost one. I lost one. I don't know if it's going to be sticky enough. Let's see. Where's my... Okay, that's stuck. But I lost one. Where did it go? Well, it's a good thing I did an extra, right? Okay, I'm still in the shot. Let's put one right here. Use this tool to press it down. Okay. You like the contrasting colors? Leah hearts the contrasting colors. Come on now, get into the spot. Okay. I can't believe I lost one of those. It'll show up, right? When I least expect it. See, y'all giving suggestions of colorizing. They're doing all right. Hercules is asleep behind me. He last night finally came to bed, but the night before he slept in the living room all night long, which is really rare for him. However, Henry also slept in the living room most of the night. I walked in there and he's laying in his recliner, no blanket, and he's like this. At first I thought he was dead. And then I was like, I watched him and he was breathing. I was like, okay, he's okay. Oh, I guess this one I didn't get cut. All right. I need a teal for this flower, don't I? Kind of pressing those in. And I think I want these because they're bigger. So I think I'm going to get one of those to put up there. So go back to this container. We're using the bling. Okay. There. It will show up in my bed tonight. I'll be like, where'd that come from? Oh, that's where that went. I thought maybe it was on. Sometimes I find stuff on my arm. Okay, let's zoom back out. I don't need these glasses now. I need a drink. I think that looks really good. What do you think? I like the little cross. We have Christ and fantasy together. I think unicorns exist. They must have. They just fought Noah and wouldn't get on the ark. It'll show up on Henry, Julie says. I didn't put any word phrases on this page. So let's see if we've got something that fits our needs. How about, do we want never stop exploring? And I have a few of these. Maybe my thoughts linger here. I think it needs that across the top. We could, do I have some fabric? I don't see any right here. So let me see if I have a piece up here. I may not have any left in the tealy colors, but oh, I see something. I see something. Maybe. Is it enough? It might be just enough. Okay, what do you think? If I were to put a strip of that with the words right above it. I think that works. All right, let's put this back in here. This. All right, I need my fabric scissors. All right, I'm going to cut this to be just a little bit of a border all the way around. Okay, and then I'll do the same over here. Love the sentiments. You like the fabric too? Okay, scroll it over. Well, those scissors aren't very good. They work. They're bent feeling. I wonder if these will work better. Yeah, those seem to work better. Okay. Don't use those scissors. Use the other scissors. All right, let's glue these together. And then we'll glue it down on the page. Okay. Just trying to put a nice generous amount on the fabric so it will stick. And I think right in this top center is good. So you'll see the daisies on the fabric and on the page. I should have put a daisy here, but you know, you only have so many. I have one here, but I think I like the pink contrast on that side. Okay. Let's glue it down. Okay. Alrighty. Thank y'all for being here today and for your words of encouragement, even for our fellow crafters. And if you are personal friends with the people that you've seen in the chat today, reach out to them this week and say, hey, how you doing today? And do something like share a picture of something you've made and say, hey, show me a picture of what you've made. I know it'd be hard for Margie because she doesn't have a cell phone, but if you have a digital camera and you have a way to get the photo on your computer, you can share that. Yes, unicorns exist. You have one named Fluffy. Aw, Margie. I bought another bunch of watercolor paint brushes to use them with your metallic color shift watercolor paints. Ah, when you color with your shift paints. Gotcha. I think that looks pretty good. I didn't put any bling on this side, so maybe a couple of little blings because we have them, right? Maybe this time I'll use some of these. Let's see if there's one that fits. I've got, oh, that goes on a different one. Put it right here. Maybe this diamond shaped one. There's one that's kind of iridescent. Maybe put it at the beginning of the words. So I'm going to do one of these. And put it right here. And use my tool to press it. Alright, that seems to be stuck. So we just put a little bling right there. And I'm using some bling. Press it into place. Okay. And then put this back in the container. Get the boss spot going. I have a camera, but I can't get the picture online. Well, good grief. Junkie Joe is stuck. Okay, that looks pretty good. Well, that might be somebody. Get a friend to come help you. Oh, I found another rhinestone. It fell off of the sheet. I put it inside the envelope. There. I may regret these. Although I'm touching them and they're not trying to come free. All right, there's another page made. I think, do we need something on this side? How about believe in yourself? Now, do we want to put it there or down at the bottom? I think maybe at the bottom. Put all my words back in my thing. Not really. We need to have somebody create a job where they go over to seniors' homes and they help them by taking pictures of stuff and emailing it to family members. Oh, let's put this down. I think this turned out really pretty. Believe in yourself. So this page has got a little more bulk than some of the other pages I made, but I like it. And I think it'll all go well with what I've been creating. Now let's put the marker back. We forgot to do that earlier. All right, let's see what's the next one. Oh yeah, this will be a good one. So here is a page. I just grabbed a few things that I thought would go. These are some domino images from Calico Collage. I think this one may be from like Sunny Days or something. And I think this one is just a whimsical type set that she has. Put that away. So this is Stamp Stencil Layer. That was my note to use here. People are very quickify. All right, so I have a stencil on those. And then I've got on the other side, that's a gel print that just kind of didn't clear out. But I have other papers, so I thought that would be kind of cool to fill in. So I want to do two things. I think I'm going to add some color onto this page. So I'm going to get out my gloves because I know I'm going to make a mess. And then I think I want to glue these back to back. And then, do I want to stencil in these areas or just add color? I'm going to set this over here. Create side pockets out of this page. So I'm going to create side pockets out of this page. And I think I want to stencil on those teal. So I'm going to glue this together first. That way it'll be drying. Clicky. Okay. Very, very clicky. Some communities, they just don't like outsiders and they only like the people they like. I get that. I think that's anywhere. Okay. Hobby Lobby has a couple of new brands of stamp and stencil mixed media kits out. Really, huh? They decided to get their own style, or is it a new brand altogether? Not Tim Holtz brand. All right, I'm going to wipe away the glue that's on my desk. I think since this background has teal in it, I'm going to fill in with teal on the page. Or in this case, that would be Mermaid Lagoon. Just want to get that out. And I need to find my mermaid. I'm going to get a couple of scraps of paper to put underneath. I don't have to do the whole thing, but I want to do in here. I think that kind of helps fill in that color so it kind of matches. So even if we do half of this, so I need to do this area here and up here. Do this little area. So it's kind of making this gel print that didn't really turn out the greatest usable. Kind of like that. Now, do I want to stamp around there to add some texture? I have a little, what do I have here? I have this little stamp that's really small. So maybe the flowers where I could, or the leaves. Let's do these leaves. One brand is Sizzix, huh? And if you're not going in loud and bossy, you just don't make it. Okay, got you. Got to be loud and bossy, huh? Oh. All right, let's see how this works. So my thought was kind of stamp that like here. And then even though I plan on using half of this on the page, that kind of sticks out there. Does that kind of make sense there? Just kind of rotating it around. It's a good thing about little stamps, you know, you can kind of come up with a way to add a little bit of pattern. Okay, why aren't you sticking? Oh, I see why. It was on top of the bone folder. Okay, let's put you this way. Okay, and then we probably should do the top. Clicky groups irritate you? Yeah. I understand that too. They have their friends, and that's their friends. And I think I want to put some right there in case it's seen behind. This back over here. Oh yeah, I need to colorize these guys. So I'm going to lay those out. And let's grab a stencil. And maybe a darker shade of blue. Oh, I have the more little daisies. So let's use that. How about Blueprint Sketch? It'll be a darker color of blue. And I need my blue. Okay. Physics and folk art. Okay, gotcha. Thank you, Jennifer. Okay, don't leave out Miss Cupcake. Some water. All right, let's do this. This was some other random paper. I don't even know if it was from a notepad or if I had cut up a piece of scrapbook paper or if it is text weight copy paper. I think this will be very subtle on here just to give a little pattern. Yeah, when you're the people you work for or with, well, you just can't take it personally. You really can't. That's the hard thing about life. You can't take it personally. People are going to like who they like. You can't force them to like you or include you in anything. So just say, oh, well, and go on. That's my opinion. All right, I think since we're going to put this on this side, I want to stamp the corners of these. Yeah, just do one at a time. Get it done. If it fits, I sit. If it don't, I'm gone. There you go. Oh, yeah, let's do that. Off the corners. That looks good. Sometimes I wish stamp companies would make mirror images in a kit. At the same time, I don't want to spend the money for the mirror image as much, but sometimes it'd be handy. Okay, now that can go in there. I see where I missed the page, so I'm looking at it. I'm just going to trim it off as best I can because it sticks out quite a bit of white. Okay, get rid of that little piece. I will see. Now that you have to speak up about. That's not just cliquey friendships. That's not paying attention to what your staff needs. And if you're not supposed to be on the register all day long, then you need to speak up and say, hey, let's make it fair that, you know, I'm on the register for an hour and then so-and-so is on the register for an hour and we swap back and forth. All right, let's add some distress inks to the outside edge. And I should have cut the pocket that I plan to put on the other page. So I think I will get my paper cutter out again. How are we doing on time? I think we'll finish this one today. All right, so there's a little bit of a raw edge here. I'm going to go ahead and cut it off. And then I want this to be no taller than 8.5 inches. So I'm going to come down to just shy of 8.5 inches, not quite to it, and cut off the excess. And this piece will go in the trash. This piece I'll save. Maybe I'll make something out of that. And then I want to cut this in half, so it should be right at 6 inches. It is. So I'm just going to cut it at 3 inches. This is another page that was a book page that I painted with acrylic paint and then stamped on top of it. I think what I want to do. Hi, Hercules. What's up, buddy? I'm getting a couple of book pages so I can make that into a pocket with tabs. So let's do this. I'll move this out of the way for a moment. Drop it on the floor. You're supposed to drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. You're loving my papers? Well, good. All right, so I'm going to position this to where I have a little border around the edges so I can use that to fold it in. Is it going to be enough? It will, because if I cut that down the middle, I should have glued it down at once, but we'll do it 2 separate pieces. I know what you mean. Loving my papers. All right, just come up a little bit, over a little bit. Okay. I like this paper. I'm glad I scanned it in so I can use it again. Whoop. Grew up being a wallflower, yeah. I was the only girl with my brothers, and if I wanted to be heard, I had to speak up. So I learned a long time ago to speak up for myself because of that. Because I would miss out on things or be treated differently. And I was like, no, I get to do this too, or I want to go, or whatever the situation was. Okay. All right, let's trim off the excess. And whoop, there it is. Whoop, there it is. And I think the other thing we need to do is I need to find some journal cards to go in these pockets, right? Okay. And I'm going to position this right up against and cut off that excess. Okay. Yeah, and there's many people who are just always going to be shy. You're speaking to us now, Margie. we made you get out of your shell. Oh, I think that's going to look so pretty, isn't it? Oh my goodness, it's so pretty. And that's using a gel print that just was kind of meh, had a problem, wasn't the best, but I added to it and it made it a lot better. And I'm using up these leftover bits. fold these tabs in, and then add some distress inks to the edges, and then glue it down. How are we doing? We're at 5:30, so I got to get this done and add some journal cards to the pockets. And I made, what is that, 3 more pages today? I like it. Okay. Alrighty. You're a totally different person online. Oh, there's a song by Brad Paisley, and he's having a 3-way with women on the internet, and he's 6'9" and or whatever. I mean, it's all lies, but he's really a member of the marching band at high school, and he's kind of nerdy. All right, we added some distress inks. Glue this down. I think we're going to need a solid color journal card. Nothing too crazy print because of the other patterns on the page. And if we did a solid color in the pocket, not a patterned, that would be better. What are your thoughts on that? Okay, let's put this on here. Okay, put the lid back on the glue. You like this combo? It's kind of pretty, isn't it? All right, let's put this right here. There's little bees. Okay. So should I do, I think I should do a teal, this same color. If we put that in here on that side, but bigger, I think that would be good. And I thought I saw, must be over here. Let's get that. Okay. Oopsie. It's okay. I just knocked something over. How about, ooh, this is a nice color. What about that color? I think that'll work to go in there. Okay. Paper cutter. Mom was a safe place, yeah. All right, let's put that over here for now. 5 by 7. I could stamp. Do we want to spend the time to do that? I could stamp some white and watercolor them like these and place those in the corners of the journal cards. What do you think? I think that would be really cute. All right, so I'm going to fold this in half. What do you think? Should we stamp this same daisy and just paint the purple center and the leaves green and stick it on there? I'll let y'all contemplate that. Shut the door and lock it. I think that would look good. And I don't know, maybe this. And like this. Maybe the dragonfly would be up here. And maybe we'll find something to go there. Need to clean my hands again. Okay. You know what I haven't done in a while is added a doily. So let's see. If I were to take this and fold it in half, then cut it in half. You know, we use these scissors because they didn't work very well for the fabric. They'll cut paper though. And what if, do I want to put it to where it's on the page and then put it like that, or put it down. Oh, I could even put it at the top. Maybe that's better because then we could put it like that. And then this piece could go here. And we'll scooch, and put this one on the bottom. Like that. How's that look? Is that a good idea? Yes, doily! Distress inks. Then we can find a word phrase to put on top of the doily right here. Maybe notes or journal. What do you think? Or should it be a whole phrase? Like this one already has a phrase with all your heart. Maybe we could, it says love with all your heart. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this piece and put a little bit of glue for perfect placement. And I'm going to stick it to the back of this piece so that when I glue this down, I have it at the right height and everything that I want. Okay? Scooch is a technical term, people. Don't use it unless you're qualified. Just saying. Thank you so much. Thank you, Julie. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your donation and your words. I appreciate spending time with y'all. I was trying to decide this morning, do I want to go live? Do I want to take the day off? And I thought, well, I really want to finish making more journal pages. And I have so much stuff. So I think next week what we're going to do is I'm going to see if I need to make enough little pages to add in, or I could use some of my digital papers. And then next week we'll make covers and just make up a bunch of these journals. How's that sound? The word beautiful. Oh, this one's going to go here. All right. Okay. Add some glue to the back so it'll stay in place where I want it. Okay. So right about there. Okay. And then if we put this guy here, that'll be pretty. Wonderful! Fabulous! Marvelous! Extraordinary! How's that? All right, let's go here. Okay, and then we'll put this one, make sure I'm in the center. Okay, and I was going to put this up here and this over there, but now I'm thinking maybe putting it over so it's balanced. What do you think? Put it over the foliage or put it in the blank area? I'm kind of thinking like right up here, or maybe even where the tail is coming up the top. Something like that. All right, let's get some words. I see one for believe. Oh, I see. How about beauty? What else do I have? I have dream and nature. So we have dream and we have beauty. In the foliage, tail up. Okay, tail up. Beauty. How's that? Now, do we need to put a little piece of blue paper behind the word so it stands out on top of that white? I've got a little scrap here. Actually, I have a couple little scraps. I have this little scrap that I could use and put that in the middle. Let's see what else I have over here. I have another this little scrap that I could put behind there. I'm trying to put everything away now. Oopsie! That didn't work out well. Oh my goodness. I just dumped all my little words everywhere, so I'm going to cram them into my little envelope and deal with sorting them out later. Okay. I think I like that one just the way that it is, so I'm going to add some distress inks to it and glue it down. Yes, paper behind, Leah says. Okay. This is a scrap of a gel print that was digitally downloaded, and the gel print was leaves. I went out and got a bunch of green leaves off of some plants and trees in my yard, and I gel printed with them, and I just loved the way they turned out. Junkie Joe loves you. All right, we'll put that right here. And again, this is a page where what I did every time I would gel print and I would use 8.5 by 11 paper, I would grab another piece of paper to pick up the gel printing that didn't get picked up by the 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper the first time. And so that ended up with these strips that went across the page. And then I came back in with some tattered angels and painted in the blank areas. And that's what created this page. Now let's cut this to the right size. Scissors. See, keep those little scraps handy. Okay. Adding some distress inks, and then that's going to go down here. I like it. Do you love it? Do you want more of it? Oh wait, that is a gel print, so I better use this glue. Okay. Let's stick this down, and then I can close my glue. Okay. Almost done with this page. Oh yeah, did y'all answer me? Should I stamp some daisies to put on the journal cards in the pockets here, or leave it just that blue? All right, let's see. Bling. We want some bling? We might as well. We've been doing it on my others. Let's go over here. just cutting them apart so I have a few. Yay! You won! Somebody won! Alright, oopsie. Well, sometimes wherever it lands is where it goes. There's one. Alright, let's put it right up here. Bling! Okay. Alright, let's see. I don't know if I have enough. Let's see what I have. I have purple. I do have 2 of those. And I have 2 of this color. So, do we want the purple or do we want the teal? I was thinking about just doing a white one, but I kind of like having the color. Let me find the leaves that go with. And then I've got a little leaf that we can put with it. Something like that. I'm thinking maybe the blue. You love it? You like the small? Can't decide? Thank you, Jennifer. I'm thinking the teal. I mean, here's the purple. Let me move that away. But the purple would match this. Now let's put this away. You like the leaves? All right, I'm going to do, I think I'll do the purple. We're doing the purple. You like the leaves with it? Okay, so I'm going to take this out. And we'll glue these down, and I need to go around the edges with Distress ink. Right? So again, to make sure that these get placed the way that I want, I'm going to glue the little leaf behind it. Give that a moment to adhere. Your brain went weird. It would be funny if the leaves grew separate in nature, right? Well, you know, this is art, so yeah, I mean, some leaves do grow only leaves. They don't grow a flower. Some plants, you know. I'm trying to decide if I also want to stamp behind that. I may do that, so I'm not going to glue them down yet. Let's add some Distress ink. Maybe the henna rose needs to stamp behind, or I've got a text stamp that I can kind of place behind there. All right, we got that one. Let's do this one. Okay. Used some cardstock in my stash. Get your big line stamp out and put lines on with some paper over the flowers to mask. Yeah! I make masks so I can stamp around flowers and make neat patterns. All right, I think I'll do the kind of a text stamp, and I'll just kind of stamp it in the corner after I make sure it sticks to my stamp block. All right, so I'm just going to kind of kiss it to the page, and then that way when I put that over it, does that look kind of cool? All right, let's do this one on the opposite side. And I have no idea if this is right side up or not. And the way that it's designed, I can't really read it anyway. Okay, put that away. Okay, let's glue these down. Alrighty. I'm going to stamp that like this. And then this will go in here. Where aren't you going today? There we go. And then we'll glue this one down. Another thing I could add is a label, a solid color label, to kind of break up the pattern in the background here. I'll get some out. You can tell me which one you like better. I have a dark purple and I have some teal, probably the purple. All right, let's put this here. Okay, and then I used a bunch of scraps of paper I had. I've got two the same light color. What about like that? I don't know if I also want to put another phrase. I know I like to use them a lot. I do have, I always forget these, I have these little miniature postcards that we could kind of make a little collage there. Let's see what this says. We have thoughts and journal. How's that? So if we were to do journal and thoughts, maybe I need a little piece of teal behind the words. I have a scrap of teal that's the same as the journal card laying here, so we could use that. What is she using lip balm for? Oh, lip balm. Okay, keep them on the block. Gotcha. I guess it gives it enough stick. All right. So I'm thinking we cut a little piece to use behind that and put it right here. So let me get my little guillotine. You use repositional glue. I like the repositional glue myself. So I'm thinking, was it 1 inch too big? That's too big. So maybe 3/4 of an inch. Yeah, I think that might work. So let's cut that. And then we're going to do this one at 3/4 of an inch. Okay. And that is really not straight. All right, let's do that again. I guess what I should do is mark it. So this is where I want to cut it. 3/4 of an inch. And if I turn it this way, then I have more leverage to hold it in place. Okay. Put that up there. Who knows? May use it somewhere else. I'm just going to use my scissors for the side cuts. So I'll put this down and then cut off the excess over here. Yeah, I like the repositional glue. I use the what is this called? The Zig two-way glue. And I will smear it on a stamp that isn't sticking and let it air dry for just a minute or two. It doesn't take very long. And then I can stick the stamp on my block and it works. Okay, I think that works. It kind of breaks this up a little bit up there. Well, what's nice about the repositional glue, Julie, especially the zig glue, is you can wash the stamp and it will come off. Just take it to the sink and wash it and it'll come right off. I've done that especially because it got dropped on the floor or in the embossing powder and it stuck to all of it, so I needed to clean it off. So I just went to the sink and just wash it with a little mild soap. It comes right off. Yeah, try it on an old stamp and let it dry and see if you like it, Julie. That's another way to do it too. You know, these really cheap Dollar Tree stamps, I have a feeling, are not going to stick much longer. So I will probably have to use the repositional. It does wash off. Yeah. Okay. Just kind of gluing those together for a second, so I can position them the way that I want. Okay, and glue this one down. Put that right about there. Get rid of the scrappy piece. Alrighty, well, if y'all would get in on the journal for some junk bucks, I need to update, I think, a few accounts. Jennifer, if you'll send me an instant message of whoever wins. I don't know if you've been telling Robin, or I haven't looked. That way I make sure to give them the junk bucks. And Margie, I think you, and I can't remember the other person, will be getting prizes from Robin soon. She's had to work all last week, so she hasn't had the ability to get to the post office or have me come get them and package it, because she's been working while training. I like it. Let's put this over here. This over here. Get rid of that. Move this. All right, so we need some bling, right? Sometimes those cheap ones, yeah. You have some older Tim Holtz stamps that use that, yeah. Okay, so let's cut a few bling. I'll put one, let's put it here, so it's on the outside edge. Little bling. I like it. I don't know if I want to put bling on this part. I put bling here and here. I think it's good. I don't think it needs anything else. It's good. It's good. Good to go. So here is the last page that I made. Has a pocket here. I didn't put anything on the back. I think that's fine. And I stamped over and added distress ink in the white spaces of this gel print. Then layered some fussy cut elements that I made. Rubber stamped. I like that. And then over here, this looks really good too. So that was one. And it's kind of funny because I stayed in the same color theme, did I not? And here is another. Got the little doily in the background. Using the blues. And remember, this flips up so you can write on the other side if you so choose. Same over here. And then we added the flowers to the side, which I think kind of gives a little backdrop to the birdie's tail. And then over here we added the birds. Oh, there's a bling that we lost earlier. I found it. Now, what I'm going to do, and I found it, is get my glasses. And I'm going to put a dot. I'll put it on the butterfly. How's that? Put it right there. I knew we would find it, right? Okay. And get my scissors up under there. Come on now, stick. There we go. And I didn't put bling inside those flowers earlier. I guess I completely forgot. I got distracted. So we'll do that real fast. Using more bling. So I found the one that was lost earlier, and now I have used it. And thank you, Julie, for saying to use your alcohol marker on the bling. It's still just as shiny, in my opinion, as the bling was before coloring it. So it did not dull the sheen. It still is sparkly, and I like that better, putting the teal in there. All right, and then the other one we made, I used one of my papers that I turned into a digital and gel print. And then this side was another gel print, and I added some things I already had made to the pockets and tuck spot. This one can go kind of in as an angle there if we want. And then this side. So that's what we did today. That's awesome that I found it during the live, right? Yeah, more variety without spending the extra money. And you don't have to have every color of the rainbow of bling in your stash, because what happens, and it has happened to me in the past, is I'm like, well, I don't want that weird color. I want this other color. You can just get clear and make them any color you want. Stretch your dollars. Stretch it out. Putting things away where it belongs. I've got little scraps laying here. I need to go in my scrap bin. You're very welcome. All right, y'all into the raffle. I like it. And then these will go with the other pages that I've made in the past. I mean, they're all pretty similar in color and theme. This brown's a little different, but I still think it goes. Here's a purple page, another blue page, a green page, blues, pinks, and a little bit of blue, pink teal, page I made earlier, and then this one is a digital. So lots and lots of options. Lots and lots of options. Alrighty, so next week I am going to go through these and stack them up, and then if I need to create or find other pages to go with, I have a feeling that I should be able to make 3 journals. I've already kind of collected some items. So I took a paper sack and I glued 2 sides together so it's thicker, and then I selected a few gel prints, printed papers that I had, and my thought was to collage over this piece, and then maybe the front cover would have this image on the front, and then it would go with these journals. So that would be one. So I'll try to see what else I can pre-select for next week, and we'll make some journal covers. Do I need to actually deconstruct a paper sack to show how I made this? Because all I did was cut the sides off and made it flat and cut what I needed. All right. Chunky Joe, very bad. He's a bad, bad boy. Alrighty, let's pick a winner. The winner, da 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 da, 200 junk bucks is Julie. Congratulations, Julie. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I greatly appreciate your support. I hope you enjoyed what we made today. I'll have to take picture of these and share them with y'all later. I hope you have a great week. Do something creative. I know there are days when we don't feel like it, but force yourself at least once this next week to do something creative, to make a journal card, crochet something, sew something, whatever it is that's your favorite thing that you like to do it. And share it if you can. I know that Margie doesn't have a camera that she can connect to her computer. Maybe we should rectify that for you. Because you have Wi-Fi. If you get a Wi-Fi enabled SD card in your camera, it automatically uploads. However, I don't know if your camera has to already have that option. We'll be praying for you. Just do something, Margie. Come on. I don't want to hear it. No more excuses, young lady. Alrighty. Y'all have an amazing week. Do something creative. Do something kind for somebody else. You never know what they're going through. It could be that they're having a bad day, and your smile, your kindness would be what makes their day that much better. Thank you for your donations. I'm guessing that was Margie. I didn't see it because for some reason YouTube has broken the little dancing lamb. It worked on your last computer, but shrug, I gotcha. Alrighty. Y'all have an amazing week. Lots of love to each and every one of you. Again, I greatly appreciate you spending the time with me today. It made my day so much better. And this morning I was feeling like, do I really want to do this? And then I talked to Jennifer, so then I got better, and then come on here with y'all, and y'all just make me laugh and whatnot. So I greatly appreciate it. Yeah, she may need to add it to her computer, and Julie, probably needs to happen is somebody to come over and help her do that. All right, y'all take care. Lots of love, everybody. Bye-bye.